U.S. society?
I think what's happened is that, first of all, it was just absolute joy, certainly in terms of African Americans when he was elected. I know in my case, my husband and I were in Singapore, of all places, and we stayed up all night to watch him walk down Pennsylvania Avenue. And my daughters went to the inauguration. And it was just, I guess, for 2 or 3 weeks, 2 or 3 months, everyone was just, things are going to be better. So I think, on the one hand, it certainly was an important thing to have happened, an essential thing. But I think it's not what we still have a long way to go. But first, I would like to talk about our new First Lady, Michelle Obama, and what she represents to me and so many other African American women, and many women throughout the world. Every time I see television clips of her walking down Pennsylvania Avenue during Barack Obama's inauguration, my heart swells with pride. But Michelle Obama has her very own special message to American women and to black women. When I look at her mother, Marion Williams, I see the strength and struggle written on her face. And that makes me think about my own mother, grandmother, and aunt, and the dreams they had for me, which were born, cherished, and survived, despite the nightmares they often faced in a segregated America. There's still discrimination. There's still the rates. We still have a lot to go, further to go as a country. And there's some criticism by black politicians that he hasn't done enough in terms of black people. That you hear. And so it really, it's a continuing cycle, or not cycle, but a continuing way to go. You know, we have steps to take yet. I think a very painful chapter in the history of the country that my grandmother and mother lived through, and my aunts, they never discussed. They never gave me the ugly details. We make vague references to it, but it was, I guess, deemed unsuitable for children's ears. And I think that's the case among many black people in my generation, is that we grew to adulthood not knowing everything people had been through and what Jim Crow was really about. Up until, as a girl, I remember segregation in the South. And so that is, you can go anywhere, so that certainly has changed. So you can never say that things have not changed. Yet many of us struggle with depression, substance abuse, and live in homes or apartments in crime-ridden neighborhoods that make it unsafe for us to leave our homes. Too many of our men are disenfranchised and demonized. And too many of our children grow up in dire poverty. It's every step at a time. When you think of where things were 30 years ago, and you say where we've come, I mean, I never thought I would be alive to see a black man as president, never in a million years. I thought the closest would be my grandson's generation. And I thought when he's in his early 60s, then will be the time for there to be a black man as president. And it was just overwhelming. And even up until the last, I didn't believe it. My daughter would say, "Oh, Mother, well, you know, he's not going to win." But they would say, "Mother, of course he's going to win." They were so sure. We're a quilt of multiple colors and multiple textures. And for so many American women whose skin color or hair texture or facial features aren't those of what was once considered the American ideal, the blonde hair and the blue eyes, Michelle Obama, as First Lady, let the world know that we are a nation of many ideals. The first time I realized it was, I said, well, you know, their kids are young optimists. They have no idea what this country's like. And then I saw him deliver the address in Iowa. I think it was Iowa. And I just cried. I said, maybe he can. And that was it. He did. So there was a whole, you know, to this day, I feel a little teary. But this has changed. And this is, you cannot, no matter what happens, you can't take that away.